Yesterday we had the opportunity to look at one tool for managing your Twitter account that is very useful on a desktop or a laptop, and that is TweetDeck. And I thank Brandon Zoris again for creating the screencast to help us learn that tool. Today we're going to look at a different tool that is useful for mobile devices, and that tool is Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a lot like using TweetDeck, but you use it on a mobile device, and you'll notice that all of your columns are listed down the side of the page over here, and you can also see right here the number of columns that are open. So let me explain further. For example, here, if I click on My Tweets, then that's the column that shows up right here on my screen. I can switch and look at my mentions just by tapping that, and here my mentions are shown. So I can look at various columns depending on what I'm choosing over here on this side of it. I can also do searches. So for example, yesterday the Canadian EdTech conference was on, and I might want to search to see what kind of information came up at that conference. So I can type in the hashtag, and when I do that, the tweets are shown here below. I have the option to save that search into a column of my Hootsuite, and when I do that, it tells me that now that's been saved to a tab. And when I go back to my home page, I can see that that search is now one of the columns that I have available to me. So I have some other options here as well. I can choose to use several different accounts on Hootsuite, and then I can also choose to save any of these other options to my columns. So I can choose my retweets. Sometimes it's really helpful to have a column that is all of your favorites. So I usually have that one, because when I favorite things, it's usually because I can't really attend to them right now and I want to look at them later. So it's nice to have that column to go back to when I want to do some learning. So it's simple to create a tweet on Hootsuite. Simply type in your message, and then you have some options as well. You can add in your location. You can add in, and it will do that automatically for you. You can add in, if you choose, to put an image with your tweet or a link. And you can also choose to schedule your tweet, and that's really handy, particularly if you're in the education field and you're going to be tied up at work for part of the day and you'd like to have your tweets go out fairly regularly throughout the day or for particular purposes. You can schedule when those tweets are going to happen. So if I decide to schedule a tweet, for example, and I choose that particular one, then it gives me the option of when I would like that tweet to appear. So another example of a tool that you're able to use to manage your tweets on your mobile devices. Of course, there are many, many tools, and I don't want to suggest that one is better than another, but these are two that will help you get started, and then you can try some other tools, try some other apps, ask on Twitter to see what other people are using to manage their tweets, and you will get lots of tips back from your PLN.